Hello viewers, I'm Rohit Khurana from Intellect Digest, and in this video I'm going to give you a detailed review of the Huawei Ascend G510, which is the much talked about budget Android phone. It is not very expensive, has been priced close to 10,000 rupees or $200. This phone comes featured with a lot of visual delights as well as performance delights in this price segment. Let's get started. Starting with the size of the phone, you get a convenient form factor of 4.5 inches, which is not too large, which is not too small, easy to hold in one hand, easily fits in the pocket. The display is quite vibrant and the color reproduction levels are very impressive here. Even on the lower end Huawei Ascend Y300, we find the colors are very good, so the display is doing a really good job. Let me show you around the hardware. On the left side you have a power or wake up key. On the top, a volume rocker. Just below it there is a micro USB port for charging as well as data transfer. On the lower side, the right hand side is totally clean, there is no port or button over here. On the top you have a standard 3.5mm audio jack. On bottom you have a mic hole over here. On the rear you have a 5 megapixel autofocus camera with flash. There is second mic for noise cancellation over here, and there is a speaker mesh over here. The back is texturized. This is kind of hard. It has Huawei branding and DTS. It has DTS surround sound. Let me open up the back flap and show you what lies beneath. So, opening the back flap, you get access to the battery. The battery capacity is 1700 mAh on the Huawei Ascend G510, and it can give you a talk time of up to 6 hours, so you can expect a standby of 1 to 1.5 days. It is a dual SIM version. You can install 2 SIM cards, and the micro SD card slot is provided here, so you can install an additional micro SD card here. The internal memory of this phone is 4 GB, so you can install micro SD card of up to 32 GB to expand the memory. This phone comes in both black and white color. The one we are testing here is black in color. Talking of the build quality and quality of material, the phone seems fairly sturdy. It has good build, nice hardware, easy to grip in one hand because of the texture, and feels very solid in hand. So in terms of build quality, it gets good marks. The display that you get on this phone is a 4.5 inch with a display resolution of 854 by 400 pixels, which gives a fairly good visual experience over here. As you can see, the colors are coming out to be very sharp. The animations etc. are looking very nice. You can change the way these transitions happen. So the default transition is the page transition, which also looks very interesting. So you can select from a series of transition options that you get on this phone. The visuals, the graphics quality, the iconography and the colors are very well optimized in the Emotion UI of the Huawei. It runs Android Jelly Bean 4.1 right out of the box, so you don't need to wait for the upgrades. This version is 4.1.2. Let me also demonstrate the camera quality to you. Let me click a few pictures and show you how well it focuses. It has touch to focus, so you can touch on the point where you want to focus, and as you can see, the pictures have come out to be really sharp. This is a really small object and it has been able to focus well. Also, let me show you another picture. So here it is able to click the text very nice. The picture has come out to be fairly sharp, and the color levels of the pictures taken with this camera seem very close to realistic. The focus levels are also decent. So in terms of camera, the performance is fairly good. It also has a front camera, which is a VGA camera. It can be used for video calling and video conferencing using those applications. While we are running some benchmarks, let me talk about the specifications of this phone. This phone is powered by a 1.2 GHz dual core processor with Cortex A9 architecture, has 512 MB of RAM, 4 GB internal memory, and you can increase the memory capacity by adding a micro SD card of up to 32 GB. So the phone is fairly mighty in terms of specification. In terms of graphics, it has an Adreno 203 GPU. Talking of the benchmarks, on Antutu benchmarking score, it scores 7025, which is slightly lower than what we expected it to be considering the performance. The detailed scores are 2761 for CPU, for RAM it is 1101, for GPU it is 2443, and for IO it is 810. Let us also test the benchmark scores on quadrant standard. So the benchmark scores comes out to be 1849, which is not very impressive, but it's okay. Let's see how the Nina Mark II benchmark scores come out to be for graphic performance. So the Nina Mark II score comes out to be 32.5 frames per second, which is very close to what we saw on Y310. So the graphics score on the Nina Mark II on Ascend G510 comes out to be 32.5 frames per second, which is very close to what we saw on the Ascend Y300. With a large screen smartphone, you would probably want to watch videos and consume multimedia information. So let me play back a video for you. Let me turn the volume to maximum to show you how loud it is and how convenient it is to watch videos on this device.
And I just quickly put the phone like this. It will pause the video. So you just put it on the feature, I scroll to the top. I can just double tap it on the top. And you see, it scrolls to the top. To turn up.
So the video playback quality, the color reproduction, etc. are very good. The loudness could have been slightly better, but the sound is very clear, so the sound clarity is not a problem. You can easily watch videos, etc. Especially with the supplied earphones, the quality of sound also comes out to be fairly good. Let me also give you a quick gameplay demo of this device. So we'll run Temple Run 2, which is a moderate game, does not require too much of RAM, too much of graphics. So let's get started. So here we are with the Temple Run 2. The motion sensor is working fine. The touch is also fairly responsive. The graphic rendering on the game is also good. As you can see, it is doing fairly good job when it comes to gaming. There are no lags or breaking graphics or anything like that. And the phone is very responsive to the touch inputs. Let's get out and let me play a racing game for you. This is also a fairly light game. Again, the graphics rendering is decent. Talking of the box content and accessories that come with the phone, you get the phone, the battery, standard wall charger, normal to micro USB cable, standard 3.5mm earphones with mic piece, as well as a button to accept or reject the calls. So this is all which comes in the box at a price of around 10,000 rupees or $200. A phone with 4.5-inch display, latest Android Jelly Bean, beautiful graphics, nice functionality, good build quality, dual SIM options, a decent camera. It makes a good value proposition at this price point. This is all we have on a detailed review of the Huawei Ascend G510. If you have any questions or queries, please feel free to leave a comment below. If you like our video, please press the like button below. For more such videos, please press the subscribe button below. This is Rohit Khurana signing off. Thanks for watching.